Yo, what's up, guys? NiftyX here, and I'm really bored. I just finished watching the last 4 seasons of Dexter. It's actually really good. But I'm going to show you how to make my background now because I honestly have nothing to do. So I just let Cinema 4D open. Yo, Cinema 4D in the house. Alright, so what you're going to do first is you have two choices. You can go to Spleen Text or you can go to MoGraph Text Object. I like using Spleen. If you don't know what MoGraph is, you can find a tutorial. So create a floor in the sky and Spleen Text, Nifty font. I'm just gonna change the font real quick. I'm just gonna scale it down a bit. Move it over so it's facing head on. Okay. Uh, NURBS, extrude NURBS, drag text over the NURBS until the arrow is facing down. Okay, now we have a quick. Excuse me, I burped. Now we have a quick 3D, and we're gonna go and click on the NURBS layer, and we are going to change the Z movement. That'll be on the Object tab in the Attributes panel. Change the Z movement to 40, not 400, 40. That just makes it a little bit more 3D. And then I'm gonna hold Control and move it over so that it creates a duplicate. We're gonna take this layer and I'm gonna change the movement to 20, and I'm gonna view it from a sideways perspective. Change our move tool, and we're gonna move the second layer into the middle of our first layer. So now we have that, and we're gonna click on our second layer. We're gonna go to caps. Start is gonna be fillet cap. End is gonna be fillet cap, and you can mess around with this however you want. I'm just gonna fillet cap to about 7, and radius 7. I'm gonna change the steps. I'm gonna put 3 steps and 3 steps. So now we have this, and if we were to render this out, we have a little text here. And I noticed that the text is going into the ground, which we don't want, so I'm going to hit this little window up here, and I'm going to grab our move tool. I'm going to come down to the bottom right hand corner, select both our NURBS layers. Okay. Damn it. Oh, click. Alright, and we're going to move it up so that it just rests on the red line. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to open back up our perspective window, and we have this. We're going to create 3 materials by double clicking on the materials panel 3 times, or you're just not going to work. Alright, and I'm going to change the color of the first one, dark, and I'm going to change the reflection to 1. And we're just going to add this to our floor layer, and then the second layer is going to be our sky layer. We're going to change the color to white. We're going to go to luminance, add luminance. We're going to change it to 150. And we're going to go to specular, not specular. Alright, yeah, that's it. And we're going to add this to our sky layer, dropping it in. And now we're going to add our color. So for this color, I'm just going to use dark red. I'm going to change the reflection to 15, and I'm going to change the specular. I'm going to change the height of the specular to about 70. Actually, no, 60 looks good. Alright, and now we can drag this. I'm going to just put it on the outside of our text. So now if we render this out, looks pretty nice, but we're gonna make it look better with our render settings. Oh, and I see now that my text is still above the floor, so I'm just gonna move it down a bit. Okay, that should do it. It was only above the floor, barely. Alright, much better. Now we're gonna go to our render. We're gonna go to General, for Render, Output. We're gonna make it 1920 by 1080. Okay, none of this matters. Save. We're gonna name it Nifty Tut Tut, and we're gonna save it to desktop. Okay, I'm gonna save it as PSD layers, depth, blah blah blah. You don't need an alpha channel unless you don't know what that is, and you don't need it. We're gonna change the anti-aliasing from geometry to best. Okay, we're gonna change the minimum level to 2x2 and the max to 4x4. Options, that's all fine. Effects, we're gonna add global illumination, and we're gonna change the gamma from 1 to 1.8, and that's it. So now if we were to try to get a pre-render on this to see it, it'll take a really long time to render. So yeah, now you just position the way you want it to be. So you want it to be like this. Then you'll hit the render and you'll see a preview of it. You can still see the outline of the letters and stuff, so you see if it's how you want it. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to pause the video and we'll come back when it's done rendering. Alright guys, so here we have it, the finished product. So let's just close out Cinema 4D, and we are going to, I'm going to put this into our pictures, into my pictures so I can see it better. Let's drop it into pictures, okay. System preferences, desktop screensaver, let's find it. Alright, I found it. This is how it looks. Obviously I messed up a bit on the side. So, yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll have more tutorials. Oh, question to you guys. What do you do when you're bored? Because I'm still bored. Bye.